What if the reason your body feels out of sync isn't what you're eating, but when you're eating it and how it connects to the sky above you? Pause for a second. Today is February 6, 2026. The Earth is moving with mathematical precision. The moon is in its current phase at the exact right distance. The sun rose at the appointed second. The universe is not chaotic. It is structured, timed, rhythmic, and you are part of that rhythm. Welcome back to Celestial Insight. Tonight we are stepping into something that may challenge what you think you know about nutrition. Not in a frantic way, not in a restrictive way, but in a remembering way. Imagine a diet so personalized it was written into your cosmic imprint at the moment you took your first breath. The Planetary Resonance Diet is not about counting calories. It is not about punishing your body. It is about alignment. And if you've been feeling off lately, tired despite eating well, craving things that don't make logical sense, emotionally unsettled, even when your routines are solid, this message may have found you at the right time. Because sometimes the body is not asking for more discipline. It's asking for harmony. Have you ever noticed how certain days you crave heat, spices, coffee, something stimulating, and other days you want soup, water, silence, softness? That isn't random. The moon influences the tides. Your body is mostly water. Why would you assume it doesn't influence you? The Planetary Resonance Diet suggests that your zodiac sign isn't just a personality archetype. It represents elemental energy. Fire, earth, air, water. Each element carries metabolic tendencies, emotional patterns, and energetic strengths. This isn't about superstition. It's about observing patterns. Fire signs, for example, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, are naturally catalytic. They burn hot. They initiate. Their systems can run fast, sometimes too fast. In February 2026, as Mars activates certain fire pathways, many fire signs are being tested in patience. And when fire is tested, it often seeks stimulation. But this phase isn't about adding more fuel. It's about cooling the flame just enough so it doesn't burn you from the inside. Cooling foods, hydrating vegetables, cucumber, mint, coconut water, leafy greens. Not because a rule book says so, but because energetically, excess fire creates inflammation, irritability, restlessness. If you're a fire sign and you felt impatient with your own body lately, that's the signal. The universe is watching how you respond, not how fast you move. This phase isn't about action. It's about restraint. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, move differently. Their energy is dense, grounded, steady, but sometimes heavy. In early 2026, with Saturn reinforcing structure, Earth signs are being asked to refine, to lighten what has become stagnant. If you've been feeling sluggish despite eating healthy, it may not be about eating less. It may be about choosing foods that circulate energy. Bitter greens, fermented vegetables, light grains. Earth signs thrive when digestion flows, not when it sits. The body mirrors the soul. And right now, many Earth signs are holding responsibilities that aren't fully theirs. The weight shows up in the gut. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, live in the realm of thought. Nervous systems that buzz, quick metabolism, sometimes inconsistent appetite. As Mercury shifts in this season, air signs may feel scattered, forgetting meals, snacking without grounding. Air requires stability through routine. Warm meals at consistent times, root vegetables, proteins that stabilize blood sugar, not because it sounds trendy, but because air energy disperses. It floats, it needs anchoring. And water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, sensitive to everything, especially emotional currents. In February's lunar cycle, water signs are absorbing more than they realize. Emotional eating may increase, or appetite may vanish entirely. Hydration is medicine for water signs, soups, herbal teas, mineral-rich broths, and boundaries. Because what you ingest isn't just food, it's atmosphere, beyond calories, beyond macros. The Planetary Resonance Diet is about asking, what is my element doing right now? What is being amplified? What needs balancing? The universe operates in polarity. Too much fire burns. Too much water floods. Too much earth stagnates. Too much air disconnects. And maybe, just maybe, your cravings are messages, not enemies. There is something quietly aligning in early 2026, a collective recalibration around health. You may feel it. Less tolerance for processed chaos, a desire for simplicity, a pull toward rhythm, because your body loves structure. It loves timing. It loves consistency. Even the act of eating at the same time daily can regulate hormonal cycles. The sun rises on schedule. Why shouldn't you? But this is not about perfection. It's about awareness. You are being tested in subtle ways right now, not in dramatic events, but in small choices. Do you eat in stress, or do you pause? Do you react to cravings impulsively, or do you ask what they mean? The universe is not judging your plate. It is observing your consciousness. And here is something deeper. Many of you are trying to optimize everything, biohacking, supplements, trends, but the body responds most powerfully to consistency, calm, and alignment. This phase isn't about doing more. It's about doing what resonates. If you have felt like your health plateaued, this may be the missing layer. Not another diet, but an energetic framework. The Planetary Resonance Diet begins with listening. Listening to your element. Listening to the current sky. Listening to your body at 10 a.m. versus 10 p.m. because timing shifts energy. And tonight I want you to simply observe. No drastic changes, just awareness. Notice what you crave. Notice how you feel after certain foods. Notice the emotional state before you eat. This is not about control. It is about coherence. In the next chapter, we're going to go deeper into astronutrition. 101, we'll break down the elemental foundations and explore specific signs in detail, not surface-level traits, but energetic archetypes that explain why certain foods truly resonate with your blueprint. Because once you understand the pattern, you stop fighting your body. There's a reason the ancients spoke in elements: fire, earth, air, water, not because they lacked science, but because they understood pattern. And as we move through February 2026, with planetary rhythms tightening into more defined cycles, the theme is structure. The universe is emphasizing systems. Saturn reinforces discipline. Mars tests impulse. The moon continues her steady pull on emotion and water. Nothing is random, so let's go deeper. The Planetary Resonance Diet begins with your element. Not your favorite food, not your trending health podcast. Your element. Because your element describes how you metabolize experience. Fire signs: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Fire is catalytic. It transforms. It initiates. Fire signs often have strong digestion when balanced, but when imbalanced, they swing toward inflammation, acidity, headaches, burnout. If you are a fire sign, be honest. Do you eat fast? Do you rush meals? Do you gravitate toward spice, caffeine, stimulation? That isn't weakness. That is resonance. But February 2026 is not amplifying fire. It is testing its maturity. What is being tested? Your impulse to react immediately. Your need to dominate timing. Your tendency to push through fatigue. And food becomes the arena. Cooling foods are not punishment for fire signs. They are wisdom. Dark leafy greens. Aloe, cucumber, zucchini, pears, basil, coconut. Hydrating. Fruits with high water content. Not because they are trendy, but because they soften the flame without extinguishing it. This phase isn't about more energy. It's about sustainable energy. If you've been feeling irritated for no obvious reason, if your sleep has been restless, if your digestion feels hot, the universe is not asking you to suppress your fire. It's asking you to regulate it. Fire signs thrive when they eat slowly, when they sit down fully, when they chew consciously. This sounds simple. It is not. It requires restraint. And remember this phase isn't about action. It's about restraint. The universe is watching how you respond, not how fast you move. Now Earth signs: Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Earth holds structure, stability, responsibility. Earth signs often have strong endurance, but when imbalanced, heaviness appears. Sluggish digestion, water retention, feeling weighed down emotionally and physically. Be honest. Have you been carrying more than your share lately? Responsibilities that are not fully yours? Earth signs absorb obligation, like soil absorbs rain. In early 2026, Saturn's influence strengthens your need for order. But too much order becomes rigidity. The body mirrors this. Earth signs benefit from foods that circulate rather than accumulate. Bitter greens like arugula and dandelion. Fermented foods like sauerkraut or kimchi to stimulate gut movement. Light grains such as quinoa or millet instead of dense processed starches. Root vegetables still matter. You are Earth, but balance them with movement-supporting foods. And here is your prophetic insight. What is being tested is your attachment to control. You may be tempted to overstructure your diet, to become strict, to restrict. Avoid extremes. Earth signs harden when they overcorrect. The quiet alignment happening now is refinement, not reduction. Air signs: Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Air is movement, thought, communication, nervous system electricity. Air signs often forget to eat, or eat inconsistently. Appetite fluctuates with mental stimulation. If the mind is busy, hunger signals get drowned out. As Mercury moves through its current configuration this February, mental stimulation increases, ideas accelerate, conversations deepen, but so does nervous system fatigue. If you've been feeling wired but tired, this is not coincidence. Air signs need grounding foods. Warm meals, stews, lentils, oats, sweet, potatoes, eggs, proteins that stabilize blood sugar and calm mental oscillation. Cold smoothies may feel light, but warm foods digest more smoothly for you in this season. Air disperses. It floats. It needs anchoring. What is being tested for you is consistency. Can you create meal timing even when your schedule shifts? Can you pause the scroll long enough to nourish yourself? Avoid excessive caffeine right now. It magnifies the very restlessness you're trying to solve. The universe is not rushing you, but your thoughts might be. Now, water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Water feels everything. And in February 2026, the lunar cycle is amplifying emotional undercurrents collectively. You may feel moods that are not entirely yours. Water signs often eat emotionally or withdraw from food entirely during overwhelm. Hydration is sacred for you. Mineral-rich water, herbal teas, broths, steamed vegetables, rice, fish, sea vegetables. Soft foods soothe your system. But here is the deeper layer: boundaries. Because water absorbs. And when you consume while emotionally flooded, digestion suffers. What is being tested for water signs is emotional discernment. Are you hungry or are you overwhelmed? Are you nourishing or numbing? Avoid eating in chaotic environments. Eat in calm spaces. Light a candle. Slow down. Water signs heal through ritual. Now let's move beyond memorization. The true purpose of astronutrition is not to create rigid lists. It is to understand archetype. Fire transforms. It must avoid excess heat. Earth stabilizes. It must avoid stagnation. Air connects. It must avoid dissipation. Water feels. It must avoid flooding. When you see it this way, food becomes medicine through contrast. Too much fire? Add water. Too much water? Add grounding earth. Too much air? Add warmth. Too much earth? Add lightness. This is ancient logic. Balance through polarity. And here's something important. If you've been feeling off, despite eating clean, maybe you've been eating in contradiction to your element. A fire sign eating only heating foods. An earth sign eating dense comfort constantly. An air sign skipping structure. A water sign absorbing stress while eating. This isn't failure. It's feedback. The body whispers before it shouts. Right now, the universe is emphasizing timing and awareness. Try aligning meals with daylight. Larger meals when the sun is highest. Lighter meals as evening falls. The body digests best when it mirrors solar rhythm. Even this small adjustment can recalibrate hormones. You don't need to overhaul your life overnight. The cosmos rarely demands instant transformation. It rewards steady alignment. And as you listen to this, I want you to notice something. Which part resonated most strongly? That is your body recognizing truth. In the next chapter, we go deeper, beyond elements, into ruling planets. Because your sun sign is only one layer. Your ruling planet adds texture, nuance, specificity. Venus eats differently than Mars. The moon digests differently than the sun. Mercury metabolizes differently than Saturn. And once you understand that layer, your plate becomes even more personalized. Now we go deeper. Because your element is the foundation, but your ruling planet is the architect. At the moment you were born, one planet held primary influence over your sign. That planet carries a frequency, a rhythm, a temperament. And when you understand its nature, you begin to understand why certain foods energize you and others drain you. Today, February 6th, 2026, the planetary structure is precise. Nothing is drifting without order. Even retrogrades move with timing. The universe runs on cycles, not chaos. And your body responds to cycles too. This is where the Planetary Resonance Diet becomes personal. Let's begin with Mars-ruled signs. Aries and traditionally Scorpio. Mars is heat, action, drive, blood, muscle, immediate response. If Mars rules you, your metabolism often responds well to protein, iron-rich foods, and energizing nutrients. You may feel strong after red meat, lentils, beans, pomegranate, beets, foods that build blood and stamina. But here is the warning. Mars overfed becomes aggression in the body, inflammation, tension, overtraining, overcaffeinating. What is being tested for Mars-ruled individuals in this season is restraint. You are not being asked to dull your edge. You are being asked to refine it. Avoid excessive stimulants right now. Channel energy into structured movement. Eat to sustain, not to spike. The universe is observing how you handle power, not whether you have it. Now Venus-ruled signs, Taurus and Libra. Venus is beauty, pleasure, harmony, sensory experience. Venus-ruled individuals thrive when food is aesthetically pleasing. Colorful plates, balanced textures, fresh herbs, natural sweetness from fruits, healthy fats like avocado and olive oil, floral teas, light desserts made with intention. You may notice something subtle. When your food looks beautiful, you digest better. When you rush through something bland or joyless, your body feels unsatisfied. This is not indulgence. This is alignment. But here's your test. Venus can drift toward excess comfort. Sugar as emotional soothing. Rich foods as distraction. In early 2026, Venus energy is being asked to mature, to choose pleasure that nourishes rather than numbs. Avoid mindless indulgence. Choose intentional enjoyment. Because what is quietly aligning for you is self-worth. When you value your body, you feed it accordingly. Now, Mercury-ruled signs. Gemini and Virgo. Mercury is the messenger, quick, analytical, adaptive. If Mercury rules you, your digestion is directly linked to your nervous system. Stress disrupts your gut more than you realize. Overthinking changes your appetite. Light, digestible foods often serve you best. Whole grains, nuts, seeds, fresh vegetables, moderate protein. Nothing too heavy before intense mental work. But Mercury also thrives on routine. What is being tested is scattered attention. Skipping meals, eating while multitasking, overloading the mind while ignoring the body. Avoid chaotic eating environments. Put the phone down. Eat in silence occasionally. because Mercury energy sharpens when it slows. Now the moon-ruled sign, Cancer. The moon governs emotion, fluid balance, memory, and instinct. If you are moon-ruled, your appetite shifts with mood and lunar phases. You may crave comfort foods during emotional cycles, soups, dairy, rice, soft textures. Hydration is critical for you, so is mineral balance. But here is your deeper guidance. The moon absorbs. And when you eat while emotionally overwhelmed, digestion weakens. What is being tested right now is emotional discernment. Can you differentiate between hunger and emotional processing? Avoid eating to avoid feeling. The universe is gently teaching you containment. Now the sun-ruled sign, Leo. The sun represents vitality, heart energy, circulation, life force. Sun-ruled individuals thrive on vibrant foods, citrus, carrots, bell peppers, leafy greens, foods rich in antioxidants. Bright colors fuel your solar energy. But the sun also burns hot. Pride can lead to overexertion. Overexertion leads to depletion. If you've been pushing through exhaustion lately, this is your sign to recalibrate. Eat to support your heart. Omega-3 rich foods, walnuts, fatty, fish, flax seeds. What is being tested is ego-driven pace. You don't need to prove vitality. You need to sustain it. Now Jupiter-ruled signs, Sagittarius, and traditionally Pisces. Jupiter expands, optimism, abundance, growth. Jupiter-ruled individuals often have strong appetites. You enjoy variety, exploration, cultural foods, rich flavors. Your metabolism can handle diversity until excess becomes overindulgence. In this current cosmic phase, expansion is being refined. Bigger is not always better. Avoid overeating in social settings. Avoid excess alcohol or sugar. What is quietly aligning is wisdom through moderation. Saturn-ruled signs, Capricorn and traditionally Aquarius. Saturn is structure, discipline, endurance. Saturn-ruled individuals often tolerate restrictive diets well. You can fast, you can control, but long-term rigidity depletes minerals and vitality. Bone health, teeth, joints are areas to support. Calcium-rich foods, leafy greens, sesame seeds, sardines, balanced protein. What is being tested is harsh self-discipline. Avoid punishing dietary patterns. The universe is not rewarding deprivation. It is rewarding sustainability. And finally, Neptune ruled Pisces and Pluto ruled Scorpio in modern astrology. Neptune dissolves boundaries. Sensitivity to additives, alcohol, processed foods may be higher. Clean, simple meals serve you best. Fresh fish, steamed vegetables, light broths. Pluto transforms. Detoxifying foods resonate. Cruciferous vegetables, garlic, onions, dark berries. But here is the deeper layer for both. Avoid escapism through food. You feel deeply. Do not numb it chemically or nutritionally. Now, let's speak about timing. Planetary hours exist. Each day carries a dominant planetary rhythm. Eating your largest meal when the sun is strongest, midday, aligns with digestive fire. Lighter meals at night honor the moon's cooling descent. Even adjusting meal timing by 1 hour toward natural light cycles can shift hormonal balance. The universe runs on structure and timing. So does your endocrine system. You may be realizing something right now. This isn't about rigid rules. It's about resonance. If you've been feeling disconnected from your body, it may be because you've been following generalized advice. But your chart is specific. Your rising sign, your moon, your planetary placements, all add nuance. And here is where we address something honestly. Scientific evidence for the planetary resonance diet in modern clinical terms is limited. There are no double-blind trials mapping Mars to metabolism, but ancient systems across cultures connected celestial movement to health rhythms. Circadian biology now confirms timing matters. Lunar cycles influence sleep. Seasonal shifts affect appetite. The bridge between mysticism and physiology is rhythm. Even if you approach this symbolically, the power lies in awareness. When you think in elements and planetary archetypes, you begin asking better questions. Am I overheating? Am I stagnant? Am I scattered? Am I flooded? That awareness alone changes behavior. This phase of early 2026 is not about drastic transformation. It is about conscious refinement. The universe is watching how you respond, not how quickly you reinvent yourself. In our final chapter, we will bring this together. The Skeptic's Corner, personalizing beyond the sun sign, and how to harmonize your health without becoming obsessive. Because this is not about control, it is about coherence. Now we bring this into balance, because whenever something sounds cosmic, mystical, structured by the stars, there is a natural question that rises in the rational mind. Is this real? Let's stand in that question calmly. There are no laboratories currently measuring Venus' effect on avocado digestion. There are no clinical trials assigning cucumbers to Aries. The Planetary Resonance Diet, as a named system, is not stamped by modern institutions. And that is important to say clearly. But here is what is real. The body runs on rhythm. Circadian timing influences insulin sensitivity. Seasonal light exposure changes hormone production. The moon measurably affects sleep cycles for many people. Stress alters digestion within minutes. Structure and timing are biological truths. Astrology, at its most grounded level, is the study of cycles and archetypes. When used wisely, it becomes a language for pattern recognition. The danger is not in exploring patterns. The danger is in surrendering personal discernment. And this is where many of you are being tested right now. In February 2026, the larger cosmic theme is discipline without rigidity, structure without obsession, awareness without anxiety. Some of you watching are prone to extremes. When you learn something new, you want to implement all of it immediately. New grocery list, new schedule, new restrictions. Pause. This phase isn't about dramatic reinvention. It's about observation. The universe is watching how you respond, not how fast you move. If you try to perfect your plate overnight, you will create stress. And stress disrupts digestion more than any misaligned food. Instead, experiment. If you are a fire sign, try adding one cooling element daily for a week. Notice your sleep. If you are earth, swap one heavy starch for something lighter. Notice your energy. If you are air, commit to eating at the same 2 times each day. Notice your focus. If you are water, drink mineral-rich water before every meal. Notice your mood. Small calibrations, not revolutions. Now let's go deeper into personalization. Your sun sign is only one layer. Your moon sign influences emotional eating. Your rising sign influences physical constitution. Your Mars placement influences inflammation. Your Venus placement influences pleasure patterns. You are not one archetype. You are a composition. And this is why comparison is useless. Some of you feel frustrated because a diet worked for someone else, but not for you. That frustration is not failure. It is feedback. Your blueprint is different. Right now, many of you feel slightly out of sync with your body. Not dramatically ill, not dramatically unhealthy, just disconnected. Eating clean, but not feeling vibrant. Sleeping enough, but not waking refreshed. Trying to optimize, but feeling subtly off. That subtle misalignment is what this message is addressing. You don't need more information. You need more attunement. The Planetary Resonance Diet is less about food lists and more about asking, what energy am I feeding? Are you feeding stress? Are you feeding comparison? Are you feeding speed? Or are you feeding rhythm? This year carries a quiet restructuring theme. Systems are being examined. Routines are being refined. Your health habits are part of that restructuring. What should be avoided right now? Avoid obsession. Avoid self-criticism around food. Avoid labeling yourself bad for cravings. Cravings are signals, not moral failures. What is quietly aligning? Simplicity, consistency, listening. There is also something else happening beneath the surface. Many of you are learning that health is not about domination. It is about cooperation. When you cooperate with your body, it responds. When you fight it, it resists. The universe does not reward force. It rewards alignment. So here is your grounded prophetic guidance. This phase isn't about action. It's about restraint. It isn't about adding complexity. It's about removing noise. It isn't about controlling outcomes. It's about refining inputs. You do not need to calculate planetary hours obsessively, but you can notice that you digest better in daylight. You do not need to memorize every archetype, but you can observe whether your energy runs hot or cool. You do not need to believe astrology literally to benefit from its framework, because ultimately, this is about relationship. Your relationship with timing, your relationship with food, your relationship with yourself. And if you've been feeling like your body has been resisting you lately, maybe it has been waiting for you to listen differently, not louder, differently. As we close, I want you to choose one thing, just one. A single shift that feels aligned with your element or ruling planet. Commit to it for 7 days. Observe without judgment. Then come back and share what changed. Because celestial insight is not about blind belief. It is about conscious experimentation. We are entering a year where structure matters, timing matters, response matters. And when you align even small daily habits with rhythm, subtle coherence begins. This moment may feel small. A simple adjustment to your plate. A glass of water before coffee. Eating seated instead of standing. But small shifts compound. And months from now, you may look back and realize this was the recalibration point. If this message resonated, subscribe to Celestial Insight. Share this with someone who has been trying to fix their health but feels slightly out of sync. Comment your sign below and what you plan to experiment with. Because when awareness becomes action, transformation follows quietly. And remember, the universe is structured. Your body is rhythmic. Alignment is available. This moment will make sense later.